Texting While Driving by Hallie Hilton. What do you think when you see someone texting while driving? How do you feel about drinking and driving? Well, studies show that drivers are more likely to cause a crash while texting and driving than drinking and driving. Do you ever text while driving? Is it worth it? According to Mark Wahlberg on the website The Road Trip Expert on November 10th, 2021, distracted driving is the number one killer of young people. The danger of texting while driving has been proven through statistics to be extremely harmful. In my speech, I will state the death and harm rates with statistics to prove, the hope of future laws put in place, and all the negative impacts texting while driving has on our society. By the end of my speech, you will see why texting and driving is against the law. How can we be responsible drivers? It is very easy to be a responsible driver. You have the advantage of being able to drive and enjoy the greatest level of safety with all our vehicles' upgraded equipment. Imagine shooting and killing someone. Picking up your phone while being behind any wheel driving is basically putting yourself at the same risk of homicide, which is a third-degree felony charge. Today, according to the Federal Communications Commission, in the Dangers of Distracted Driving article accessed on April 12, 2022, I read 11 teenagers die per day due to distracted driving. That is 11 people a day who commit homicide or manslaughter just by picking up their phone while being behind the wheel of a moving vehicle. I also read from the same article texting while driving is responsible for 400 fatal crashes a year. These statistics show why texting and driving is so detrimental. I will now discuss how we may remedy this issue now that I have explained the needs for putting a stop to texting while driving. Imagine what would happen if police had radars to see if someone is holding a cell phone while operating a vehicle. Things would start changing fast. Everyone is terrified of a speeding ticket, so maybe policemen need to be granted cell phone radars. Do you think this would scare you? I would assume the number of fatal crashes and deaths per year would decrease by at least half. You need to be put to a test for this harmful action. Drivers are texting and driving freely with no worries because there are not many consequences or hardly any ways they can get caught before they cause an accident. According to ARAG Legal, the article Know Your Texting and Driving Facts by an unknown author states, your text may be used against you. If you cause an accident where someone is injured or killed, law enforcement can use cell phone records as evidence that you were texting and driving at the time of the crash. Deleting the text won't matter. Most officers will go straight to your cell phone service providers for records that show texts were sent and received. We all should be in hopes of better laws to better protect our people from tragic situations due to texting while driving. Now that I have mentioned some ideas and hopes of laws and regulations put in place to prevent texting and driving, I will now discuss a few more negative impacts texting while driving has on our society. A few more negative impacts that go along with texting while driving is not only harm, but the disrespectful aspect of it. You are putting other people at high risk of injury and their belongings. A car is worth a lot of money, as we all know. Most people work every day to be able to have a car and afford the gasoline. Putting the destruction of their motor vehicle is basically the act you are doing by sending a text or a Snapchat when driving. It shows you do not care and think you are invincible to the situation. Texting while driving turns into a habit in most teens, but is not just any old regular habit. It is one of the most chronic, dangerous habits a teenager or anyone could practice. After hearing my speech, you should stop and encourage others to stop texting while driving. In my speech, I explained and provided examples as to why texting and driving is very dangerous. It puts the driver and everyone on the highway around in danger. I provided statistics that prove it to be deadly, and how we will hopefully see more laws put in place other than small fines to prevent this a little better in the future. What if the reason one of your close family members passed away was because a texter driving an automobile? Wouldn't you feel helpless? The steps to starting a trend to stop this starts now. Put your phone up while driving. Turn the ringer off or turn your phone completely off so you will not feel obligated to pick it up. Finally, when you see a friend doing this dangerous act, let him or her know all the harm they are causing and the disrespect they are showing others. Thank you.